You got one leg.
This is what
You're on-
middle-aged life.
You're on one knee.
It's like
That move, you're on one knee, and then your other leg is like straight out.
right. That's right.
And then you can't thrust, so you have to like pull something to pull.
Yeah.
You can't get any hip action.
No hip
So
action.
you have to like grab her shoulder, and then you kind of pull her into you.
That's exactly the move.
that hurt so bad. My hip. It's brother to brother.
All righty then.
Oh, Lord Jesus, bless this podcast.
What if that's the only thing he blessed?
Yeah,
It's actually, we just have the one way into Jesus that other people don't.
Send the patron saint of podcast to us, Jesus.
What would the patron saint of podcast name be?
Joe Rogan.
Rogan. Saint Rogan.
Saint Rogan. Rogan. It's just Rogan.
He used Rogaine. There's
I
no question he used Rogaine.
Rogan
used Rogaine.
Oh, for sure.
He should still be getting that.
I mean, if any time there was a marketing opportunity.
He looks like a guy that's like very hairy.
He's not, though. I think he's Chauvin.
He's smooth.
Smooth like a baby.
Smooth.
I was talking to my mom about that. I went to this church in Bedside, Brooklyn one time, and the pastor's like, they're doing the announcements, and they're like, we're going to be passing around the offering plate here, and, we definitely need your support, and if you did not bring any cash today, don't worry, there's an ATM in the back. I look back there, and there's an ATM inside the church, dude.
That's pretty funny.
It's like, oh, man, you guys are getting
I think
shysted.
now you could probably throw a QR code up on the screen and then just click and Venmo the church.
Just Venmo to at Pastor Davis 11.
I will make sure it gets to where it's going.
Trust me, I'm a man of God.
Mr. Davis 11.
I'm a man of God. That money will go to where it is needed.
Are there still like tent revivals?
There's
You
gotta
think
be,
that
dude.
people
The
like
South
do the
doesn't-
South tent revivals?
For sure.
That's what? There's two great itinerant preacher movies. Leap of Faith, Steve Martin.
Great one.
Love that movie. And
Sister Act.
she's not an itinerant, I don't think.
I gotta pause you here. There's a new word for me.
Traveling around. They move.
Itinerant?
Yeah.
Itinerant.
Yes.
Okay.
Like of Mice and Men. Those guys, they're itinerant workers.
Migrant
They
workers.
move. Yeah, itinerant. But like they're
Wow.
not migrants. They weren't going back and forth to a specific location. They were moving through. I guess they were migrating, but
Oh, I understand what you're saying. They're like constant moving.
yeah, temporary.
So
They're
like a circus would be an itinerant
entertainment.
entertainment.
Something like that, I guess. The other one is The Apostle.
With
Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall. That's a good one.
It's a really, really good movie. That's one that I
Yeah.
think like a lot of people saw when it first came out, and then I think there's like nobody's seen that movie in years.
No, it's not.
It
Yeah,
hasn't
but
come back up.
it's probably rewatchable.
I think so. I think it. I haven't watched it in years either, but that one recently came into my mind. I thought, wow, this is a pretty great movie.
I would love to go to a tent revival, man.
I've never been to one.
Give me that old time religion.
Would you? You're like, I have something to say.
Oh man, testimonials.
Would you testify?
Oh, I'm testifying all the
Yeah.
time, dude. I'm testifying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go one extra. We talked about that before. How growing up in church, some guy would just stand up and he would give his testimonial, and then that would challenge all the other masculine people in the room to then they had to share their. Then it was like an hour and a half. It was basically an AA meeting.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly.
Exactly. This is why my life sucks, and it still sucks, but I believe Jesus is hopefully going to fix this at some point.
I remember. You remember people's their legs would magically be the same length.
Oh, dude, they were always just doing some.
Which and they're like,
magic
what they
acts.
did is they would just like, and they like lightly pull on it. And I go, when you get older, you're like, oh, that's what chiropractors do. They just
Right.
don't put God on. Although then you get the weird chiropractors that like chiropractors can solve medicine, like medical problems.
Okay.
Like, hey, if we get you in alignment, you're not going to have IBS.
They're just lining your chakras.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah. Let's pop. It's like 2 minutes of work. I remember one time at the Kern County Fair, they have all these booths. And I went to one chiropractor booth, and they're like, whew, your left shoulder is like 7 millimeters higher than your right shoulder. We can do some adjustments. And I was like, I'm good. But my left one was clearly higher, they said. And I walked literally around the corner to another chiropractor booth. They're like, whew, your right shoulder is like 5 millimeters higher. You want us to do something? I was like, nah, between the two of you, I'm only 2 millimeters
I
off.
think
I'm
I
pretty
balance
good.
it out.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, what a racket. You know it's a racket because they're like, no, we don't take insurance. Do any chiropractors? No, they're not allowed. It's not allowed.
It's not really.
They're
a
like, so if I
medical
start,
profession.
I'm gonna start on Tuesday, and then when will I be done? Oh, you're never done.
You're never done.
And when I stop, though, is the pain? It'll stop. Oh no, it'll come back in 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Don't do physical therapy though, because
We don't want
a
you
lot of problems with that.
Don't want you strengthening the muscles around your
Yeah,
joints.
don't do
at
that.
all.
That's the one thing you definitely
what
don't
a
want to
freaking
do.
racket.
I love it. It's like, that's I just appreciate modern snake oil salesmen.
I know. I will say, look,
It's a
getting your
skill,
back
man.
cracked
It does feel
feels
good.
good.
It feels good.
Well, I remember I had acupuncture.
Oh, I've never done acupuncture.
I felt amazing.
I've done allergy testing.
I felt amazing. Yeah, you've done a lot of that. You're like a
Pincushion.
patient A
Yeah.
for allergy tests.
They're like, he's got them, all of them. By the way, growing up, I was allergic to every form of grass.
Yeah, I do. Well, I remember.
And Mom and Dad planted that pine tree next to our room because pine trees are good for asthmatics. And I tested positive for allergy to pine trees.
The only thing that could help you.
Helped my asthma, made me have an
Well, I've been
allergy
going
problem.
through all those family photos.
I'm curious what you told me on the phone. You have some special
But
stuff.
the one thing you notice in the family photos, you can see your allergies. Like
just like the
you could
rings around my eyes.
Yeah, you're like, oh, that guy is asthmatic and having trouble with all things outside.
Yeah, this weather right now, it's like beautiful in Bakersfield, like 65,
Messing you up.
70 degrees. Man, my sinuses are so bad.
So
apparently beautiful weather and me don't get along. I'm allergic to beautiful weather.
yeah, you can't be in good
Can't-
things. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm
too.
normally excited to sit down and talk to you.
right.
But today is a special day
Yeah.
because we've had a years-long argument
Okay.
that it will finally be definitively solved and finished.
Okay.
today.
I will say this. I don't remember things very well anymore.
Well,
so
this is why there's evidence. I have
but
receipts.
but have we had the argument recently?
Yes.
We have.
Yeah, it comes up probably once a month.
Once a month?
Yeah, maybe less than that. More than that.
Okay,
Or
well,
less
I
than-
might remember it then because
Okay.
I have a problem like my memory has
No, you're
gotten
gonna know
worse.
this one.
Okay, I'm excited. Let's do it.
There has been a lifelong argument.
Yeah.
In the 4th grade,
4th grade.
all 4th graders in Bakersfield
Do the
have to make a diorama of a California mission.
no, not a diorama. You make a model, like
a model.
mock-up.
Isn't that a diorama?
No.
What is it?
Diorama is like in a box
Okay,
where you have a
you have to
scene.
make a model, an actualized model of a California mission.
Yes.
You have always said that you made your mission out of sugar cubes.
That's what I recall. I know.
Okay.
Well, okay. What I clearly remember is lasagna top
Okay.
for a roof with red.
Yep.
And I did it in 4th grade. Then you did it again in 4th grade. And I believe we both did the Santa Barbara mission.
Okay, so we both did the Santa Barbara mission.
Okay.
Okay. So I have a photo here.
All right. I'm excited to see you finally be right once.
No, that's not the photo. This here, we'll show it on the screen. That is a mission that is made out of what?
Those are sugar cubes.
And it's pretty great, right?
That's not bad.
It's
It's
amazing.
not bad. It looks like the California mission, Santa Barbara.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's clearly doctored, but go ahead.
How? That's not true.
It's just faded on one side.
Here is a photo of the other mission that is used plaster of Paris
Over
and
the top.
has lasagna
Yeah.
for a roof,
Right.
which you're saying is mine.
No, I'm saying this is mine. Sugar
No.
cubes with plaster over it.
This is sugar cubes.
I'm saying this has plaster over it.
No.
Yeah.
You're making a thing up. You're a fucking asshole.
Okay. Which one's better? Let's see them.
No, I actually think. Well, I will say, yours is bigger.
Mine is because
Here's a close up of the courtyard to the plaster one, and a more close up of that there is plaster. It's not sugar
real
cubes,
dirt.
but it's not made of sugar.
No, you're right on that. You're right.
Yours is pretty good, although mine
Mine
the
is.
sugar cubed one has buttresses that are actually.
Let me see it.
Well, hold on, give me that back. You're spoiling this for
I'm
me.
not spoiling it.
Now,
Wow, look at my presentation.
here's a photo of you working on your mission.
Yes.
And as you can see,
Beautiful.
In the photo,
They let me use hot glue in 4th grade.
you can see in the photo that
God bless
mission is not made out of sugar cubes.
You cannot see that, but I will concede
It has a
it.
tinfoil tops.
It does. It has domes of
So
tinfoil.
it's this mission. You are in agreement.
Yeah, I'll concede it.
Okay. that is your mission.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're right.
Here's a photo of you, proud, standing behind your mission.
Yeah. This is even better than I thought it was.
And here is a triumphant photo of none other than Mr. John Patrick Wells, proudly
Styrofoam
displaying his sugar cube mission.
Yeah.
So suck it. Another case solved. I
like
win. You lose.
This does
My life is
up
fulfilled.
No, I'm with you. I think you're right. It brings up a new question.
Oh,
why is mine so much better than yours?
Yours isn't better. I won a countywide award. That's how I did.
I want to see the picture of that.
I won an award. You know why, David?
You had
Because I was a genius.
For your 4th grade mission?
Because this genius.
I don't think there was a countywide
Yeah,
competition.
there was. There's this genius.
There was a countywide
I
competition.
think I won like 5
sugar cubes.
No, 5 Happy Meals at McDonald's or something like that.
Now, was this like a class award?
No. It was for the county.
They submitted that to the county?
Yeah, it was in a competition.
I like it.
So, one, we know that you're an idiot and your memory isn't as good as you think it is.
No, I just told you.
2,
it's
I'm
terrible.
amazing. Because only a genius artistic mind like this could come up with the sugar cube thing.
Yeah. Mom.
Maybe.
Yeah.
How do you
She's
feel?
like, I feel good.
God, you're so shitty. You don't even know how to lose.
Just
You don't even know how to lose right. You're the worst loser, dude.
Well, you have the evidence, man.
You
What am I
just
going to
fucking
do?
shoot it down.
There's no shooting it down. I just think I'm
I felt
willing
so.
to
I was
concede
going
it.
through those pictures and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" I was so joy filled yesterday.
Do you like? Let's dig into the art here. I like the tinfoil top versus you have a half styrofoam top, slightly painted red. I don't know which one is more accurate.
Well, but mine, if you look in the window, has a priest touching a little boy.
That's true.
Yeah, that
I've
was
never disputed
I gotta
that.
say,
I've never
pretty-
disputed that.
pretty
Yeah, you were way ahead of time on that. No, you were right. Yeah, sugar cubes. The sugar cubes look good. They look good. But are they? Is the Santa Barbara mission plastered or not? Probably.
Oh no, I actually will say I think your mission's better.
It's got the wideness to it, but
And you really
yours
went
looks
big
good
on it.
Yeah. I think the next year, Mom and Dad were like, we're not going to do that again.
Well, or probably once they saw how long it took to make a wall
Yeah,
out
they're
of
like, this
sugar
is
cubes.
brutal.
I was so
No, yours
happy.
looks great.
I've never been more happy in my life.
I like your haircut in that too.
What I got going? Oh yeah.
It's
That
like
was
it's like
blonde.
yeah, you were very light hair.
Blonde.
Let me see mine again. We'll show all the photos.
You can see your asthma just
Just like whew.
peeking through.
I was a little skinny boy. One thing that's mine is clearly not is it's angled. All the windows are off and
Well, it's pretty good though for
probably cutting
4th grade is
cardboard.
how old? 9.
Yeah, 9 years old. And I guarantee between the two of us, our parents did not help build these. We did it.
No, and I will say I did omit a photograph. There is a photo of you helping me on mine.
Okay.
There is.
There's a photo.
Yeah. I just left that shit out.
But like in general, our mom and dad would just give us stuff, and then they would let us build, which is a great way to grow up.
Yeah, well, that's
Like they
probably
did
why
not
we're-
interfere. We did it, and
It's probably why I'm good at making stuff.
I remember drawing. I liked drawing when I was a kid. You always
Right.
were a good drawer. I was a pretty good drawer, and I remember this kid. I don't remember his name, but we were in 4th grade, and we had to draw stuff like just throughout the year. We learned like 3-dimensional drawing and then 2D
Right,
drawing
right.
and stuff. And I remember doing a drawing, and he's like, "You traced that," and I was like, "I didn't trace it," but I didn't trace it.
Right.
I looked at a picture as a reference, and I drew it, but it bothered me so much, and everything bothered me back then. I was like so insecure.
Not
I mean,
just the air.
yeah.
And the
No,
earth.
I think that the allergies affected me emotionally
Right.
too. You know, you miss a lot of days and things, but that was I remember like it bothered me so much, like that got under my skin. This little kid's like asinine comment.
Yeah. I was looking at this and I was like, yours is really good, and I was
But
like,
you were right. Yours was sugar cubes.
but
Yours
I've
tasted
always
better
known,
for sure.
I've always known that was true.
Yeah.
And you have a joke about you building it out of sugar cubes.
No, I have a joke about my son building it out of sugar cubes.
Right, which is just you saying it about you, and you're making your son the person.
No, but he didn't. The joke is we bought
But
a
he
box
did
of
it-
500 sugar
But
cubes.
did he actually do that?
Did he actually eat them?
Did he actually make one out of sugar
No,
cubes?
though that's the joke. The joke is that
I
at
know,
the end
so
of the
you're
week,
really
he
talking
ate
about
500 sugar
yourself.
cubes. No, just the idea of it.
Oh, well, I feel like you stole my shit, so now I'm angry.
Well, I made it funny.
Well, now I'm angry.
You made it angry. I made it funny.
Yeah, I went from joy to anger.
That's kind of your MO.
Thin line.
It's your youthful
I was
MO.
angry. I go from joy to just complete frustration.
Yeah. I heard a rating system is like we shouldn't do 0 to 10. We should do -5 to 5.
That's right.
That's a pretty good rating system. You're like, I started at 0.
Yeah,
You're
what
like,
are you
oh.
idling at?
Yeah, you're
as Bill Burr would say.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I have this.
Oh, my wife is like, my wife quotes Bill Burr. She idles at a 70 miles per hour, like with the obsessive compulsive, like on edge, just like. What's funny is she's like, I'm always ready. I'm always prepared, and I scare her. I just walk in silently in a room, and she's terrified. And I go,
funny.
"You're never prepared. You're never prepared."
Well, she's anticipating something without being aware.
Yeah, she's like tension,
Right.
but not being aware of. I'll find her. Probably she'll be eaten by a bear or something.
Yeah, it's like I had to attach this cabinet to the wall, and I couldn't find the drill. It's out back in the shed, or it was moved. So I was like, well, I'll just screw this in. Oh, man, you should have heard me. I was like, I was like the dad in the Christmas Story, dude. I was like, fucking, I was like, why are we having it right thing? How come? I was like, we were raised in a household with a box of screws and hammers. It's like, dude, why can we not have two things that line up?
That's right.
So, and then my mom was like, well, you're 45. You can fix this. It's like, I know.
Right.
I know I can.
Nobody's just going to give you your moment.
I had to take a
You
break.
just need a
I was
moment.
like, I got to go on a walk. I'm going across.
Did you
the
ever find a screwdriver?
street. I found the drill. Thank God. Well, because I was trying to do it up top where the top's like this,
Right.
and you can't get a good screw.
Yeah, because you're not
can't
that tall.
twist it.
You're a little shorter.
stop. Here we go. Anyway, I feel good about myself.
No,
for
you should.
finally beating you in something.
No, that's good, man. I appreciate it. Those are fun photos to look at, too.
Ah,
I haven't seen sad David making a mission in a long time. But we agree it was 4th grade. Did you have Miss Holman?
I don't remember. There's once I started having seizures, there's literally
Too much details that you're
8
missing.
years of very spotty memory.
That's interesting. But yeah, I like you're like, but I got that.
I don't remember who I had in the 4th. I remember 5th grade. I don't remember. Oh, I remember 6th grade a little bit. Who that was?
Did I ever tell you the story of
Nothing in junior high.
Did I ever tell you about the story of the girl that I asked out in 5th grade? And did I ever tell you this?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so there's a girl named Shauna.
Ooh. She sounds nice.
I liked her, right? So I remember it was like a Wednesday. I asked her if she would go be my girlfriend, and she said yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then Thursday I was absent because I was sick. And then Friday I come back and Shauna is dating our friend Steven.
Yeah, because she needed something consistent in
Right.
her life.
Yeah.
Babe.
It wasn't me. And I remember like getting to school and be like, all right, but at least I'm going to see Shauna. But she was with Steven. I was like, this
and
is
Steven also at that time your best friend.
yeah, closest friend. One
Just
of
the
them for sure.
betrayal.
Just like devastation, right? So then I remember maybe a week or so after that was walking home to our friend Kyle's house.
Uh-huh.
And on the way was Shauna's house, and her mom sees us outside. She goes, you guys want to come in and have some lemonade? And we're like, yeah. So we come into their house, and we get lemonade, and her mom's like, Shauna, show the boys around the house. So we were walking around. She's like, oh, this is my room. And, oh, this is my brother's room. And we go into her brother's room, and she goes, I think he plays hockey or something. And she grabs his jockstrap cup and puts it over her face like a mask, like all on her face. And I remember thinking, well, that is disgusting. And then the next day at school, I see her and Steven kissing, and I was like, yeah, serves him right.
Yeah, that's how you know you're like, I think
you're
she
kissing
can go.
jockstrap face. Because there's no teenage boy that has a cup that's washing that thing.
It's
That
crazy.
thing was not clean.
No, that was not clean.
It was barely, like.
One, in the 80s, there was no such thing as sanitizing.
No, there was no wipes.
There wasn't a
We didn't have a
wipe.
Lysol spray.
No.
No. We were just a dirty decade.
You had talcum powder.
Yeah, yeah, Vicks Vapor
You
Rub.
had Vicks, you had Windex, and talcum powder.
Yeah, it was a dirty decade.
It's a
You
pretty
can even
filthy
kind of
decade.
see it like, Mom and Dad just let me bring real dirt into the house to put
Yeah,
on
they
the
didn't
mission.
care. It was
They're like, it's realism.
it's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
Realism.
Dirty 80s.
That's pretty young to date. I started dating. I had a girlfriend in the 5th grade, Phoenix Sanchez.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had my first kiss in the 5th grade.
Okay.
That's so young. Like you see movies, you're like, I'm not allowed to date until I'm 16.
Man,
I was like,
I
was dating
remember
when I was 9.
I remember talking to people in this, like having friends in the 6th grade. Like one of them was dating a 7th grader, and he was like, "Yeah, I was fingering her."
Oh
And
yeah,
I was like, "What the hell,
dude, I was dating so young. I fingered a girl wearing the Nintendo Power Glove.
It's probably the best she ever had.
Kidding.
It's
That's
like
a good
little
joke, though,
little
right?
grip on the end of the
Yeah.
fingers.
It didn't work then either, dude.
That's disgusting.
That's so gross.
I remember actually our next door neighbor Trevor had a Nintendo Power Glove.
Yeah.
I remember he came over Christmas morning and he had his sleeve rolled up. And he's like, we're like, "Oh man, this is what we got." He's like, "Oh, this is what I got." And it was just a sleeve pulled back. And we were like, "I don't know what you got, man." It doesn't make any sense. There's no context. Then we went in his house and he had a Nintendo Power Glove. And as far as I can remember, we never got it to work. Like
it didn't work.
It was horrible.
Well, it had a regular controller on
You'd
it.
have to
So
like,
you had to use the controller.
and then it was supposed to.
We're going to have to post a picture of that because a lot of people won't know what the
No,
hell
I say
this
they
is.
Google it themselves.
That's true.
Yeah, Google it yourself.
That's
Go
what I
down
love
that
in
road.
That's what I love in a podcast, dude, when I watch it, is a little homework.
Yeah, get to work.
Could you please?
How hard is it?
Yeah.
Pause the video on your phone, look up Power Glove, and you'll go, "Oh wow, John, you did that? Whoa!" And then you got to watch. What was the movie that came out with Super Mario 3? The Wizard.
With
That's what
with the guy from
Boy Meets World's dad.
I want to say Kirk Cameron, but it's
No,
not.
no. He's in the Princess Bride.
Yeah, and he
And
was
The
on
Wonder
that show,
Years.
The Wonder Years.
That
I always
guy.
refer to him as Winnie Cooper's
ex-boyfriend?
ex-boyfriend. Yeah.
Yeah. Winnie Cooper's ex-boyfriend is in the movie. He's an autistic kid who is fantastic at video games. But remember, they had
Fred
Savage. They have the debut of the Power Glove.
Power
in there,
Glove
too.
in that.
And
It
everyone's
was
like, "Well, that's the
mind-blowing.
greatest thing ever." What a great marketing scheme by Nintendo is they made an entire movie about video games so they could sell the Power Glove and Super Mario 3.
Which Super Mario 3 is one of the greatest video games ever made.
And they only showed one level. It was great. It was the first level. You just ran through the level for time. That was
so
the whole
good.
contest.
God, I wanted to be in that competition.
I know,
so
right?
bad.
Yeah, it was like to get to play the game.
Also,
ahead
was
of
I
time.
good at video games? No.
No, not that
Actually,
good.
kind of not.
Our
maybe.
brother Brian, easily the worst though.
Well, he is. Talk about anger. He broke his hand one time. losing a
Punching the
game.
ground.
Yeah, punching the
I remember
shag
that.
carpeting.
Yeah, he was so bad at it. Too.
Just slamming.
He was so bad when we were young. He never played video games. Like he just never got.
You would
into
do
them
a
growing up.
thing though that was so annoying.
When?
Is when if we ever got ahead, you would hit reset.
Oh, that sounds wrong.
That's I don't know if I can find a picture, but there's probably a video out there.
This is your new sugar cubes. Got to look for
Let's
a
see
photo
if
of
I-
me
yeah,
just
I need a new-
reaching forward,
I
hitting your reset
I
button.
need another white whale, dude.
Yeah, you guys cheated a lot, and so
We weren't smart enough to cheat.
it's true.
Like we were in a race. If I pulled ahead, David's hamstring went out.
I still have hamstring problems.
When you're losing.
No, it's always during sex.
Do you ever get that?
Just like
yeah,
you ever get that?
cramp, dude?
You're like,
Oh,
the leg
man.
has to extend out straight.
And she's like, "What are you doing?" I was like,
Leverage.
I saw this. I saw this in
I
the
just
Kama
straightened my
Sutra.
leg out and my hip locked up.
You got one leg.
This is what
You're on-
middle-aged life.
You're on one knee.
It's like
That move, you're on one knee, and then your other leg is like straight out.
Right. That's right.
And then you can't thrust, so you have to like pull something to pull.
Yeah.
You can't get any hip action.
No hip action.
So you have to like grab her shoulder, and then you kind of pull her into you.
That's exactly the move.
that hurt so bad. My hip. I had to get a physical the other day because I got clear. I'm going to start substitute teaching, which, by the way,
Hey,
dude,
all right.
I got to really watch what I sound here from here on out. But
No, nah.
but the guy, they do the ball thing. They still do. I think he did.
They
it for
don't
fun.
do the ball thing on high schoolers anymore.
Well, they did it on this man.
That's just the guy that wanted to do
I
it.
know. He
What
goes.
does this do?
He goes. Yeah, just lower your pants. Like he did like this thing, and so I just kind of went like this. I went, and he goes, "No, I need them lower." And I went like that. He goes, "No." And I was like, "Oh, you want to see the junk?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "All right,
Well, how about just start there, sir?
just say, show me the junk."
I think he wanted the tease.
That's some good bedside manner.
He wanted the tease. Just a little lower. Ooh. A little lower. Little more.
So,
Are you sure he was a doctor?
No. I think he's just slept at a Holiday Inn Select
Yeah.
last night. So they like do your dexterity. So I'm laying down. And he's like stretching you, and I had just ran that 5K.
You're so tight.
So he grabs my ankles. He goes, Other one, he goes, you're like really tight. And he like leaned my leg back. And I was like, ah! He goes, are you all right? I was like, I just ran a 5K yesterday. He goes, oh, you shouldn't be this sore. I was like, I know. I know that I shouldn't
I'm
be
weathered.
It's the cramp is hilarious.
That's
It's brother to brother.